Hello, boys and girls. It is time to learn another number with Mrs. Savage. So let's count from 1 so we can find out what number we are practicing today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. What number is that? It is the number 18. Good. Okay, so we're going to practice the number 18 today. This is what 18 looks like. It's a 1 and an 8. When we make the 1, it comes straight down. Let me show you. Okay. When we make the 1, it comes straight down from the top, number 1. And when we make the 8, we start at the top. We first make the letter S, and then we close it up. So we like to say, make an S and close the gate. And that's how we make a 1 and an 8 for the number 18. Okay, let's take a look and see what 18 counters looks like. In order to show you the 18 counters, I'm going to use 2 tens frames. Here's my first tens frame and my second tens frame. Now, let's put the counters in and make 18 counters. Hey, leave it. Good boy. Good boy, yes. Now, let's put the counters in and we'll count to 18. Here we go. Now, let's put the counters in and we'll count to 18. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I noticed that my first tens frame is full, but we're not done counting. Here we go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow. To make 18 counters, I filled up 1 whole tens frame. And I have another tens frame that's not quite full. Almost, though. Here's what it looks like. Here's my 1 full tens frame and another tens frame that's partially full. So let me show you how to make a number sentence with my 2 numbers, my 2 parts. How many counters are in the first part, in the first tens frame? If it's full, we know that it has to have 10. Now we're going to add to that the number of counters that are in this tens frame. It's not full, so it can't be 10. You might be able to figure it out just by looking at it. But if you're not sure, you can count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counters. So I'm going to add 8 to my number sentence. There it is. And what is 10 plus 8? How many is that equal to? Well, we know the number of the day, yes. We can also figure it out by counting the counters. I'm not going to count all of these. I know there's 10, but I'll start with 10 and count on. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 10 plus 8 equals 18. Read that with me. Here we go. 10 plus 8 equals 18. Nice work. Okay, now we're going to take those 3 numbers and put them into our number bond. The number bond has 3 circles. It has a whole number and 2 parts. At the top goes our big number, our number of the day. And what is our number of the day? 18. Good. Down at the bottom are the 2 parts, the 2 smaller numbers that make 18. So we used 10 and 8 to make 18. 10 and 8 is equal to 18. Okay, so now it's time for us to practice what we have learned. I want you to get out a blank piece of paper, a pencil, a crayon, a marker, or whatever you have. So here's my blank piece of paper. And the first thing I want you to do is write the number of the day. What is the number of the day? It is 18. Practice writing that 8 carefully. We know how to make a 1. When we make the 8, it's make an S and close the gate. Okay, there's our 18. Now, I only need 1, so I'm going to take 1 away. The next part is to make 18 counters. The reason that I don't want you to make 18 counters like this all over the place is a couple of reasons. It's harder to count counters when they're messy. And also, we sometimes we can know how many counters there are just by looking if they're in a tens frame. So, please try your best to draw a tens frame. We need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 6 vertical lines and 3 horizontal lines. There we go. Okay, so there's our tens frame. And if at any time, boys and girls, you need to pause the video, you go ahead and do that. You pause the video, you take your time to catch up, and then you press play again. Now I'm going to start making my counters. I know I'm going to fill up this whole tens frame, and that's fine. When I'm done filling up this tens frame and I keep making counters, I'm going to keep making nice rows underneath my tens frame. Watch me. Here we go. 18 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now here's how I keep making nice rows. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I go to the next row. 16, 17, 18. It's almost like I have an imaginary tens frame underneath it. If it helps you, you can draw 2 tens frames if that helps you. But it's very good to know how to make circles or counters in nice, neat rows. You're going to be learning a lot of that in first and second grade. Okay, now we have our 18 counters. It's time to draw the tens frame. For my tens frame, I need one. Did I say tens frame? I'm so sorry. This is not called a tens frame. Before I tell you what it's called, do you know what it's called? What is this called? If you said number bond, you are correct. Oh, Mrs. Savage was wrong when I said tens frame. Okay, now let's fill in our number bond. We're going to fill it in with the parts and the whole number. This is our whole, and these are our 2 parts. What is the whole number today? The whole number today is the number 18. And I just made 2 parts. Here's one part. Here's one part of my counters. And here's another part of my counters. How many counters are in the first part? It's a full tens frame, and a full tens frame always has 10. So that's one part. And how many counters are in my second part? It's not full. I might be able to tell by looking at it, or I could count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counters in my second part. And there's my number bond. Now I can use these same numbers to make a number sentence, and that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing I need to do are add up my two parts, this number and this number at the bottom. 10 plus 8 equals, please do not forget to draw your plus sign and your equal sign. That's how we make a number sentence. 10 plus 8 is equal to what? What's the whole number? How many counters are there all together? 18. Yes, our number of the day is 18. And now you have just learned all about another number. Great job, boys and girls. See you soon.